Hey, my name is Marco. I'm a pro opera singer turned voice actor, and I love talking about, analyzing, and discussing video game music from an emotional perspective. I've been really excited to listen to Messmer the Impaler. I don't know any of his lore. I don't know what he looks like, really, besides what I saw in the trailer, so I assume he looks like that. Here we go. Let's listen to it. So we really find ourselves facing Messmer at a period of time when Messmer feels like backed against a corner. The sound here, so obviously this borrows quite a bit from the motifs of the main theme of Elden Ring. There's a little bit of that Radagon soundscape in there, but it's actually more, I would say, more vicious than Radagon's tune because of the way that we have the chorus and the drums. I really appreciate just some of this emphasis, especially in the very beginning. Listen to this. I love that. And what is this? This is really just a slow build, isn't it? Right, so I really do feel like Messmer is actually like at his wit's end. Messmer's actually like maybe at like half power, almost like he's been like, you know the scene in Gladiator? Well, I don't want to spoil Gladiator for you if you haven't seen it, but you should see it. But there's a scene where a main character gets stabbed, and that character is then forced to fight. And it feels to me like this sound quality is not the brandishing sound of a hero. No, it's actually the sound of a broken individual backed into a corner with no sense of direction. And really like, what have I even done? What have I done? Why have I allowed myself to get this far? Now, as obviously we've seen on the trailers, Messmer, what I assumed was the big bad, but that has since been rectified for me thanks to the internet. So I know now who the big bad of this DLC is. And so Messmer, it's interesting because Messmer ends up sounding musically more like an accessory rather than the main source of all that is happening, right? Which is really interesting. And I mean, there's a couple sections here in the middle. Like the way that the strings play, the rhythm is pretty pared back actually. And so what's happening is that we're getting a sound quality actually that's kind of somber, rather than a sound quality of heroicism or vileness or being evil. We're actually getting a sound quality of pain, of a sense of loss of self. You know what I mean? Like it's really unique to me here. And then too, it does sound, obviously it's like in a different key, but it's the main theme of Elden Ring, but in a different way, which means that Messmer is connected to Radagon, connected to Radon, connected to Millennia in some way, all the redheads. And I think that really more so connected to Radagon, because Radagon's the one that has this theme as their main theme, as his main theme in the game. And obviously this represents sort of all the thematic elements of the Lands Between. It's really interesting. I really am curious about Phase 2 now, though. The drums are very powerful still, so we don't lose the sense of warriorness that Messmer the Impaler has. But it is much more subdued than I expected. What's Phase 2 going to be like? I'm expecting much, much bigger. Low sustained string, like the main theme. Nice column of chorus. Wow, listen to the caesura in there. Hold on, listen to this. Listen to the big break. Empty space. Is that? This sounds like Elden... Crunch dissonance. Resolution. Crunchy chords. Crunchy chords. Reset. Wow. It's a reimagining. It's a reimagining of the Elden Ring main theme. But so that to me indicates that Messmer, regardless of his placement in the food chain and why he does what he does, he is the one responsible for the terrible things that occur. Or at least he's like a big player in that, because why would this piece symbolize... That's very interesting. It's also very interesting how we get this real, like, desperate version of the main theme. There's a real sense of, I mean, in the beginning, what a powerful thing to have chorus. But you get a lot of undertones here of sadness. Ba, ba, da, ba, do, 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 descending like that. But the Elden Ring main theme is very heroic. The Elden Ring theme is very present. It's very in your face. It's very loud. It's textured in a way that's it's very thick. And this piece is actually like a if that's a Whopper, this is a double quarter pounder with cheese. That doesn't make sense. But my point is that like there's a real heft in this sound, especially right around 4 minutes. Listen to this. It's big. The sopranos go up. Right. Real sense of decay. Yeah, I mean, what an incredible feeling of brutality in there. And I do think that in phase 2, this is when we get Messmer up against the wall where the flames sort of come out. I assume he's got something to do with fire. And the fire is sort of either consuming his entire body or it's releasing everywhere. And there's just a torrential downpour of fire and flame. And I think that that's really the sense where he's like, I've got nothing left. Like there's a real sense there that there's nothing left for Messmer to lose because Messmer probably lost everything and there's no way to regain it because of the decay that's happened around him. He's like deeply involved with the situation and maybe he was betrayed as well. So that's really impressive. And it really is a variation loosely on the main theme, which is very, 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 very cool. Lots of nice texture in here, lots of nice use of soprano and male chorus, and also just like that fullness of the orchestra dialed up to 1000. It's very in your face. It's very ruthless but it is sad, and there is a degree of pain in there for Messmer that I wasn't expecting to hear. I really enjoyed this piece. If you like this sort of stuff, there's lots more Elden Ring on the channel. Feel free to like, subscribe, and as always, I will see you later.